Welcome to Through the Lens of Scripture. This is your host, Warrior Richardson. In this podcast, I take a close look at a wide variety of topics using the Bible as my lens. Today's episode is part 7 of my interview with Dr. Monica Larson.
So I went back to Omaha, Nebraska, but what happened when I went back home, I'm leaving out a lot of details, what happened when I went back home, I had gotten so good at making so many arguments against the Christian faith that it became clear to me what the implications of my own arguments were. The implications of my own arguments that so firmly demonstrated, allegedly, that there is no God. But the reality is that if there is no God, there is no basis for morality. But yet I consider myself a very moral person. But upon what did I base that morality? From whence cometh right or wrong? What was my basis for determining what is right and wrong? What was my criteria? There was none. There was no consistent one. Because I remember at times when I would be faced with a choice we taking, a hard choice between doing something right or wrong, that's when I really asked myself, well, did I do the right thing or shouldn't I do the right thing? But I was raised in a moral family, so generally I did the right thing. But I'm going to backtrack to D.C. For a minute there, because I remember the first time when I began to seriously question atheism, I was in a room full of my atheistic friends, and I just fell up and I was just speaking. I said out loud, I said, if there really is no God, then there really is no basis for morality. And they said, no. And that was the beginning of the end of my atheism. I didn't realize that at the time, but the inconsistency of atheism with my political activism, my fighting for what's right, and upon what did I base right or wrong? And it became painfully and uncomfortably obvious to me that there was no basis. If there is no God, then my notion of right and wrong is purely arbitrary. I just pull it out of the air.
Thank you for listening to Through the Lens of Scripture. Be sure to tune in next time for our next episode. For more information, check out my website at www.thescarletthread.llc.